And it's Friday night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's Ladies' Friday night. Oh, what a night. Hello, everybody. It's another Friday. We made it to another week. Happy and blessed Beltane to everyone who celebrates. I hope you had a beautiful May Day. Um, my neighbor was cutting, he's got a whole bunch of beautiful rose bushes, and he's going to be donating flowers to a wedding tomorrow. So he cut a whole bunch for me, for Shan to give to me. And look at this, everybody. Are these not stunning? Look at, oh, aren't they beautiful? Look at that pink, red, I even have a few in here that are still having are only starting to bud. So look at that. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Hi, Christina. So May Day, April showers bring May flowers, and I got flowers today. So now it's perfect time for Tom to come in and start saying, "Now you're getting flowers. What's going on?" This is too feminine for me, not too romantic for me. And my guest will be backstage shortly. So we have Christina. Hello, my dear. Good day. And Draven, how have you been, my friend? So, alrighty, my guest is here. And it's somebody I haven't seen in a really long time. So I'm really excited to have her on. So let's welcome to the stage, Julie.
Sounds like I never
Julie.
Thanks for having me back.
It's been like forever since you, Pixie, and I hung out together.
I know.
Oh, and we have someone here named Venus Pisces. I know who you are. That's your I know it, Roxy, right? I keep getting her pity name, doggy's name wrong, but I believe it's Roxy. And it's Christine, right? I think Roxy's mom. There she is. I saw the face and I saw the pity, and I'm like, oh, I know exactly who that is. So I didn't have anybody to hang out with tonight, and I saw Julie on Messenger, and I said, hey, what you doing tonight? And she's like, nothing. And I'm like, you want to hang out? It's a lot more fun talking to somebody than talking to myself on the screen. So back by popular demand.
Request.
Popular demand request. And something I forgot to mention when we were doing our Pixie show the other night, and I totally kicked my ass after, we were done and I was almost falling asleep. I went, Pixie does art through synesthesia. I forgot to mention that for people who don't know what synesthesia. Oh, I can't even say the word sometimes. Synesthesia. That's when somebody, when they hear sounds, especially music, they hear colors, they see shapes. Like Kandinsky, that's how he painted. And I forgot to mention, I don't know how I forgot to, but she had that. And so a lot of her other arts and illustrations utilized her ability to, and I think one of the elbows that she rubbed with was Debussy. And she had done something to Debussy's music, and he absolutely loved it. So, but yeah, I couldn't believe I forgot that of all things. I'm like, oh, so there we go.
That's pretty interesting.
Okay, so we're going to hold off right now on the questions. We will open the floor up shortly. So usually how I start the show, it is an amazing gift. It really is. It's my Friday night hangout, so I always ask my guests, how was your week? How were things? Is there anything you want to share? I asked my chat, how was your week? Anything you want to share? It's kind of like a chit chat, like it says on the thumbnail, it's going to be chit chat, some readings. And so besides Wednesday night, what's been going on, girl?
Well, I did some mediumship last night on my show, so that was fun. Venus was there, and I channeled her animals that had passed over. So that was something new. Am I a pet communicator now?
I think that's the best one. I would love to be a pet communicator. You know what? If it were to be communicating people spirits or animal spirits, I don't know. I think I kind of be leaning more towards animals, but that's just me. There's a little heart for you.
Yeah, Venus brings her zoo with her everywhere she goes.
Don't we all have zoos? I love it. And she says, agree. Yeah, I would, I would love to hear a message from time to time from a loved one, but an animal, oh my goodness. Like I tell people, when it's my time to cross, I'm going to tell the family, oh, no. Just wait. You where are my babies? And just, where are my, have all my fur babies come running to me. I mean, that's who I really want to see first. And Tom's here already. Is he starting something? I thought I accidentally clicked on the other day's video. Did you really? No, I had no one to hang with tonight. And I thought, hey, Julie, what are you up to? And Lexi is here. Hey, Lexi, what's up, girl? I did get your email. I will get a hold of you. Maybe Lexi, Shelby, and I can do a threesome on my Sacred Feminine. Oh, what's that all about? Stay tuned. Not like that though, but I had to say it that way. Tom, so for people coming in, my neighbor has these gorgeous rose bushes and he had to cut flowers for a wedding tomorrow. And he brought these over for me, for Shan to give to me. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at. I know I'm all girly now, but they're so beautiful. Anyway, had to share. So, woo, my goodness. So was there anything else you wanted to hold on, Shelby, you have to buy me dinner first. Well, so anything else you want to share about your week? You're my guest. No,
not really.
Okay.
I have another show tomorrow on my channel.
All righty. So besides the flowers, some of you may have seen who follow me on Facebook. I did complete my peer specialist training, and my neighbor down the street printed me my certificate for me. She grabbed one of her frames, she painted it for me, and there it is. It's official. There is my degree. So, yay! So thank you everybody who has supported me on my little journey there for that. I've got some more I'm working on. And tomorrow we are having a family day here at the park. My friend Crystal is going to be doing bubbles with the kids. Actually, Shan bought these for us. Look at these cool sidewalk chalk. I can't wait. So we got chalk for the kids to draw and play with while they're here tomorrow. So lots of good stuff. This past week, some rough stuff, but you got to have a little bit, to balance everything out. So thank you, everybody. I see Logan. Who is Logan?
He comes to my channel.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Logan. Welcome. And so, that's pretty much how we do it on Friday nights. We hang, we chit chat, see how everybody's doing, how their week is going, offer love, support, especially if some of us have had a rough week, with everything that's going on in the world or in our personal lives. Everyone knows that this is a safe space where people can share. Every now and then there's a little bit of sass, especially when Tom and Miss Tarot D show up. You never know what's going to happen when those two.
You got Jax too. That one you
got.
Well,
Jax is her own universe. Yeah, she gets, when Miss Tarot D and Tom get here, but Jax, she's her own universe. And I'm really hoping Jax does her own deck because she comes up with some of the coolest um, sayings and affirmations and just life knowledge, just dropping knowledge from life. And I really, and see, so it starts. Jax is a troublemaker. Well, she's learned from the best, Tom, right? We've all learned from the best. I am a saint. Yeah, right. So, you see, she'll be calling you.
A little too comfortable with my weirdness.
I'm just a little too, yeah. You're fine, girl. You're your own universe or metaverse. No, not metaverse. We don't want to bring meta into here. Or do they have like a special word for the anime universe or something? But yeah, I mean, I see something on Instagram and I'm like, oh, that's Jax. It's like I see things and I'm like, oh yeah, that's her, and I love sharing them with her as well. So, all righty. Well, if there wasn't anything that anyone wanted to talk about or share with this week, and if something comes up while we're reading, go ahead and share, and I will do my very best to keep up and highlight. For those, Blessed Beltane who celebrate, Beltane is one of the Sabbath celebrations on the Celtic Wheel of the Year, and it's basically, celebrating, the fire seasons, the fire festival. It's about abundance, making it through officially through the winter. People come together to do hand fasting, which is like a marriage. It's a basically too. It's a celebration of sexual pleasure. It's going out to the fields, frolicking, having sex, hoping to have a baby. The act, promoting the harvest, the abundance of Mother Earth and the male spirit. When you see the maypoles, those are actually pagan tradition, and it's the pole is represents the male phallus and going into the earth, Mother Earth, the womb, and so what?
Nothing.
So
I was going to do inappropriate gestures.
Okay, so it's a celebration of of the harvest of passion, sensuality, making it through, unions being made, just really a time to celebrate that everyone survived the winter and now getting ready for summer with the crops and everything. So I haven't done that in 6 years. Girl, hey, he's got something in common. Capricorn, we haven't even done readings yet, so hang tight. Let's see. I'm in line for the maypole. I have done a couple of maypole dancing during open circles back when I was younger in my 20s, and they were so much fun. You're given a ribbon and you're trying to do your best to go up and under around the maypole, and then some of us, we just keep holding on, getting close and close until the very last person is still holding the ribbon. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. Let me take that down. Let me catch up. Let's see. Rather be fresh than stale. There you go. There's another one that you could add to a to a card. Let's see. All righty. So, and if we do, so another thing that on my channel is that if someone does request a reading, I do request that you stay present in chat. So when your name is called, you are here. We can connect with your energy, and it's just also respectful too for the readers taking their time to be able to read, and so that we can get any information. Seeing if the cards are relating, the messages are connecting with you. So that's kind of one of my rules of thumb on my channel. So if you can be present and stay in chat for the readings, that would be great. Let's see. Just chatting right now. Yep, just chatting. Back in the day, shooting the shit. All forms of self-care. Yes. Let's see. All righty. So, well, with that, we can officially open up. So, let's hold on a second here. Boy, chat is jumping. Like when you start a project, it may need some help in order to get the gears going to accomplish your goals. So, type of fire energy, inspiration, passion, think the wands. So this Beltane season 2, putting in that energy, that passion, channeling it, into projects and things that you want to be able to accomplish in the next upcoming months going into summer. Shelby, you are bad. But I'll still put that on there. Now where's Miss Tarot D when you need her? So banners. Let me find.
You
So
did summons her. She'll be here in a minute.
yeah, and it is a full moon as well. It is the flower moon, and from what I understand, this moon on some channels, I've seen that this typically with a moon, full moon, you want to do manifesting. But from what I'm also understood, this is a time too of basically burning, and it's the fire season. So basically burning away things from your life that do not serve you anymore. Burning, like they say, the bridges, burning old relationships, negative energy, toxic people, things that we used to believe in, things that we used to follow, and just burning, thinking of writing something, burning in the ashes, releasing and celebrating the energy that way. So I always say, do what feels right to you. But this was something new. And of course, May, we're going to have 2 moons. So this is going to be a blue moon month coming up. So yeah, a lot of energy, different types of energy to work with. And Irene is here. Hello, Irene, my dear. Welcome, welcome. So, all righty. Let me get that down. And I know that Capricorn was just here. And please let us know if you are here, Capricorn. And the question is, and let me see how, because for me, on my channel, when it comes, I don't do politics. I avoid third party as much as possible, health or legal questions. And third party is basically, and this is for me. I know Julie reads differently, so I give that option to her to be able to read for people how she feels fit for herself and her ethics. For me, mine is that if somebody asks me to read about or tap into another person's energy, I don't have their permission to do that. And so for me, that feels like a violation of going into somebody else's energy without their permission. So if we get a question, what I can do is look at the energy surrounding you with this particular question. So I just kind of wanted to, because I know we have new people to my channel that are here this evening. Welcome, welcome. So I just wanted to let everybody know, how Heather rolls, and Julie may roll very differently. So
I'm going to honor your channel by not answering this question.
Okay, so let's see. I would like to ask if the reader was right about. So also, Capricorn, I do not like reading on another. It's like we're questioning another reader's reading, and being a reader, that doesn't sit well with me. If that reader took time to pull cards to answer that question, I don't feel I have the right to tap into that reader to find out if they were right or not. When it says here, we can still look at the question a little bit. I would like to ask if the reader was right about Anthony asking to be with me, and if it so, it's because he thinks I'm moving on. So if you want, how I can rephrase this, it's just seeing what is the energy surrounding you in regards to Anthony and with the relationship, but from your energy, because I don't have permission to tap into his.
I don't think they're here to begin with.
Okay. Well, then we'll let this one go. So, all righty. I'll hide comment, but if they do come back, well, we'll see. But yes, thank you, Venus. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire. I just can't help it. I'm a music person. So I hear a word or I see something, I'm automatically going to,
go with it.
Go with the flow. So yeah, if anybody would like a reading, again, it's the full moon. I also have my Beltane, my Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle here that I can pull cards from. I have my Talisman Oracle, and I have a few other tarot cards around me. So, yeah. And in the meantime, while we're waiting to see if anybody has a question, what would be a topic that we can discuss in the meantime? Oh, full moon. Well, there we go. And what a lovely day. I've seen you before in some other chats. Hello, my dear. Welcome. Um, I love the flowers I can see behind. Gives me the Frida Kahlo kind of vibe. So very cool.
That's
So
Nicole.
that's Nicole. Hello, Nicole. Nice to officially meet you. I would love a full moon reading. You got it, girl. All righty. So I'm going to pull out my Beltane cards and see which tarot deck that's nearby that wants to come and play. You would love a general? Awesome, girl. Okay. And you're my guest, so if you're getting your messages and your cards already, please go right ahead.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go first. It's your channel. Appreciate it.
Girl, no, you're my guest. I always let my guests go first because I'm still shuffling. So if you got the 411 already,
Okay.
go ahead and drop some knowledge.
Okay, I feel like this has to do with that one particular circumstance. The circumstance I'm talking about, Venus. The littlest fairy, appreciate the beauty and value of all that's exquisite and small. So this is asking you to have gratitude for what you do have. Okay. This is going into this transcend your ego. So this you got right off the bat. You asked for a moon reading. You got the child of the moon. Forgiveness and transcending the ego. Forgiving what happened with that situation. Because I feel like there's something gonna come. There's something coming. It's like this is a golden gift. Magical help is on its way. This is kind of like your readings. I do remember readings for some people, not always, because she talks to archangels, so they're hearing you, and they're bringing in what you need, what you want, what you've asked for. So this is let it go so you can receive. You got it. You got it, Venus. You know what I'm talking about.
All right.
Thank you.
And of course, I heard another song. Remember Black Crowes song? She Talks to Angels is my favorite Black Crowes song. So I had to throw that in there. And she says, thanks, Julie. Awesome. So, Christine, do you prefer Venus or do you prefer Christine? Please let me know. I want to be respectful to people coming in my chat. So from the Beltane, love that song. I know and I got to see them play that live too. Yeah, I was front row stage with Shan. It was an amazing show. So your card from the Beltane Oracle is Cow. And it says here, may the embrace of all that is nurturing you awaken in all that you are becoming. And I'll repeat that because these are really beautiful, cryptic, beautiful poetry written on these cards. And I'll show you the image. May the embrace of all that is nurturing you. So whatever you feel that is nurturing you, when you feel that embrace, when you feel that warmth, or when you feel that sense of safety, security, especially if you work with angels, When you have that energy and you feel, and you know when they're around, and you feel that embrace. It's saying here, allowing that's nurturing you, awaken all that, everything that's becoming. So when you're feeling that embrace, allow that to fill through you and to awaken everything that you are becoming. So this is beautiful. It feels like whoever your guides are, your aunts, or your guides, your ancestors, the angels, everybody that is surrounding you, embracing you, and nurturing through this new beautiful path that you are taking. This new sense of becoming. It feels like there's a very strong transformation coming through. And so there's your cow. There's the pretty little picture. I love the artwork in these. So wearing the little flower crown. So with your tarot, it's interesting. I didn't know anything about you working with angels until, after I already pulled your card. So I have a deck called When Women Had Wings. And so all the women have wings, fairy wings, angel wings in this deck. So your middle card, your significator, is the Nine of Swords. So yeah, sweetheart, you've been through some stuff. There's a lot of feelings of anxiety, self-doubt, worry, maybe some recurring dreams or memories that keep coming up for you. That is making it, almost kind of making you fearful of being able to maybe move into this new transition, this new moving forward in your life. However, your top energy, and this goes right with the cow, may the embrace of all that's nurturing you, all those things that you are feeling. I got the Lover's card, and look at this, sweetheart. You have the beautiful angels coming in and wrapping their arms around you. The Lover's card is more than just a intimate partner. This could be loving yourself. This could be embracing everything about yourself. The balancing of our masculine and our feminine. This is about cards of decisions that have been made or still need to be made. And with the decisions aspect of this card, it feels like this is something that your angels, your spirit team guides are helping you through, that you're ready to embrace, you're ready to decide, make the decision. And this is also really beautifully connecting with people in your community, within your inner circle, that are supporting you through this, helping you through this Nine of Swords. So that's like the tangible energy. The underlying energy, which you may or may not feel, but it is moving, is the Chariot. And the Chariot is all about taking control of the reins, my dear. You have been able to balance, those warring energies. It's like the Lovers, and here we know we got the Chariot, taking control of the reins, being grounded, being able to move forward, having that faith in yourself, to be able to direct yourself forward into what it is that you are moving into. So I think this is the first time I've ever maybe read for you, maybe the second. So I hope that resonates. And thank you for letting me read for you, my dear. All righty. So let me get that all put in there, and let me check the chat, make sure I did not miss. All righty, Capricorn, we already have been prepared to read for you. We were asking you to stay in chat. So we'll see if we can get to your question. I'll see what Julie. No, Capricorn, I ask that people who come in here, who request readings from us readers, to please remain in chat, so that when we call on you, you are here, so that we can tap in your energy, to be able to do the reading for you. And when we had called for you, you weren't here. And so I think we're going to pass this evening. We looked at your question also, and it was, first of all, questioning another reader's reading for you, which I can speak for myself that I do not feel comfortable doing. I don't think it's respectful to the other readers. And it's also asking for me to go into somebody else's energy without their permission. I believe Julie had declined as well. So we're just going to forego your question tonight. Are you still in agreement, Julie?
Yeah, I'm still agreeing with you. Yeah, we're
Okay.
going to pass on that.
Yes, we are. So, okay, let's see. Let me back it up here. Love that song. This is your birth. Oh, so Venus. So, do you prefer Venus or Christine? Please let me know because I know that you had been referred to Christine before. I want to make sure I stay respectful. And let's see. Tom says my favorite Black Crow song is anyone that I can turn the radio off and on. Wait a minute. What? You don't like the Black Crows? Am I reading this right?
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Is anyone that I can turn the radio off? Oh, Tom. Okay, so beautiful. Yes, I've changed a lot recently since. And oh wow, good for you. It's hard to lose weight. I that's an incredible achievement. Congratulations. And Irene is back. Everyone's saying hi to Irene. Okay, we're going to skip that. First time. Okay, you're welcome, my dear. Lori, I did get your response email. It was a busy day today, but I love that you love the idea. And I will we'll be in touch. So not Irene, Lori and I have got some things that we might be yes, must be present for. So I thought someone referred to you once before as Christine Love. I remember seeing the name Christine, unless I had gotten complete confused because sometimes I have been invited to another person's channel and they have so many more subscribers. I get lost in all the names. So let's see. Okay, we got I believe, wait a minute. Is this a troll? Do I mean?
I think they're trying to ask a question, but it makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, Yvonne, that's kind of word salad to us. It doesn't make sense. So if it's a serious question, can you try to rewrite that so we can understand it better? It's always been Venus. Okay. That is awesome. I'm your Venus. Let's see. No worries. Probably was a Christine in chat. Yes. All righty. So, yep, I got to say hi to her. So I don't think any other request. Let me take, oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have Nicole. Yes. I got her name right. Yay. So Nicole, my dear, are you still here with us? I'm going to take a sip. My daddy named me. She's here. Yay. All righty. So a general. Okay, so I'm going to go.
Same cards keep coming up.
A lot of times, when we get similar cards, it's like a lot of times it can be for the collective as well. It's a message that a lot of people get to hear. That's why I always let people know if, we can't get to a reading, your particular reading, a lot of times other people's readings, can give us insight and guidance in the question that we had. So. Okay. I'm trying to remember who originally sang Venus. That was the 60s. I wonder that's where he got the inspiration, Venus. I'm sorry, Julie. Go ahead. I'm going to mute.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who sang it originally. Wasn't T-Rex? Nicole, I got this flash. Are you working? I don't know what it's called. In Between Worlds. Like with your shadow. So I got Child of the Moon, forgiveness and transcending the ego for you. But you're working in between things. You're working in between things. And you're doing communications there. You got the unicorn and the maiden. Communication with unicorn, purification, and undercover action. So you're like, you're going into this space, the in-between space, and you're you're doing communications, and I feel like you're getting information about lifetime, a different lifetime that is a brand new one to you. And this one is about love and courtship and romance and falling in love. And I feel you're connected to this, and it's a past life. Have you connected with this, Nicole? Are you getting like you're doing like different stuff than you were? Are you around, Nicole? Did you leave? Like you're in between. Is that what they call what is that show? Stranger Things? Is that what they call it? Hasn't come up yet. Okay, well, this might be coming up for you. So just keep that in mind. Come back tomorrow. Thank you. I hope that helps you, though. It's a girl. Yes, that's it. Liminal space.
Liminal.
Yeah, she's in a liminal. Yeah, it's the upside down, but it's the liminal space. You've been going in the liminal space.
Okay. All righty. So, Nicole, I think another person I get to read for the first time. Out of your talisman, I'm going to actually grab a book because I think there's an affirmation that needs to go with this for you. Let me just put your name down here so that you can see your card. I have to let it go. So right now, this is like the main energy is letting go. There's something in life right now that I'm looking at your tarot cards, and it feels like you have or in the process of, but they always give an affirmation to go with these cards. So let me find this one here for you. Okay, so I'm just going to read this. Just jumped out at me too. You've been holding on to a burden that has been slowing you down. Sometimes we know what we know that is. Other times we need to examine our needs and behaviors. Often holding on comes from a need to control our life and surroundings. It gives us comfort. But it feels like you are in the process of already letting go. I am looking at, like I said, your tarot cards here. So, well, the affirmation for this is, I release this energy. The little flower in front of this crab is a delicate gift from nature to bring joy. So it's a beautiful also gift of having joy. Letting go allows us to basically get a clean slate. Letting go acknowledges that we can remove burdens from that we may feel that we have put on ourselves, and also burdens that may have been put on us that wasn't ours to begin with. That's letting go, that we need to let go of. So this is strong energy of being able to basically let go of what we can no longer control, and be able to like that saying goes, give me the grace to let go of things I can't change and basically embrace what I can. Now your significator from the tarot is the beautiful Nine of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is the individual. So this is going to be you. This is your significator. This is someone who has worked hard, who has been diligent, that has created her own garden. This is her own sanctuary. This is her place in life where she's now independent or working towards independence. She has focused all her energy on bettering herself, creating her own sense of security, her own sense of stability, and basically celebrating that garden. And that garden is you're only allowed in that garden if you have earned the right to be in that garden. So that's a beautiful card of celebration, success, hard earned, hard worked for. So, girl, give yourself a pat on the back for whatever it is that you had to let go. It helped you move right into your garden. Your top card, your energy. We got a troll in here. Ugh. So your
I
top
got rid
energy,
of
your tangible energy is the King of Swords. And I have pulled out my pendulum to see if this might have been an individual, whether in spirit or in the physical, that was a part of your reading. But no, this King of Swords represents you. And this is the king is the one that oh, he can be charismatic, but this is the king who has mastered the ability of seeing things with clarity. So, with this letting go and getting to where you are in that garden, you have been able to master being grounded. You're able to see clearly. You're able to communicate clearly, not just you, but how others talk to you. You be able to hone that ability to be able to yeah, tell what you get that sense of what truth is. Um, you hear the words, but you're able to read between the lines, if that makes sense. Um, and the King of Swords is also somebody is also a visionary. And again, letting go, and there's the swords too, raising that sword, cutting the ties, letting go of people that do not belong, things from the past that do not belong. This is clearly cutting away those ties and hopefully in its place, not repairing, well, repairing, but replacing with healthy boundaries and people who belong there. Now, with your underlying energy, I have the princess in this deck. It's going to be the Princess of Cups. And the Princess of Cups is, I feel like this is bringing in this new youth. It's youthful. She's creative. She's very emotional. So it's healing emotionally, but it's also exploring one's emotions. And with this full moon, Nicole, I'm wondering if you're feeling more of a heightened sense of a psychic ability, connection to your creativity. Wands just isn't the creative suit. The cups also, it taps into our emotions, our intuitions, our psychic abilities. You're talking about the liminal space earlier. So this may be where we're moving into our dreams, our abilities. I don't know if and this creativity could be through the use of art, can be used through writing, possibly maybe automatic writing if you are working within the liminal space. In this card, there is a swan. Swans are about transformation, moving through dimensions. And I'm just looking here because I love keeping a little thing on little actual different notes on the court cards. And extremely imaginative, and some would even kind of say, well, you're sensitive. So what? This is tapping into your emotions, your empathy for others, but making sure that you have empathy for yourself as well. So I'm just going to end right there. And I'll take a look at the chat. I try not to look at the chat so that I don't get distracted and lose my thought, because sometimes Heather Squirrel Brain goes, so I wanted to make sure I didn't get too many distractions. So that was your reading, my dear. I hope that resonated. And I'm going to look up here and let's see what we have. So I'm already seeing, okay. Oh, and Sybil is here. That's Tina. Let's see. Okay, we had to get rid of so-and-so. Okay, there's Tina saying hello. So we're talking about past lives. Okay. All righty. So been working hard on myself. I think a lot of us have to, especially at this time, with the way everything's going on in the world, it's really making making us look in the mirror and reflecting on who we are, who we want to be, where we stand, what's our purpose. A lot of this is really bringing up a lot of shadow work, a lot of emotional work. And when we say shadow, that's not to be scary either. Sometimes things that we think are shadow is because people put in our minds, maybe while growing up, or people in our life that tell us, oh, that's something that's scary, that's something evil, something that you shouldn't be doing. Maybe that's the psychic ability, not being afraid of things that are that's a part of us, and allowing this full moon to shine that light in there and to help us learn how to embrace, our shadow. I've been saying I stand in my truth. Blessed be, girl. I think we can all get behind that. Let's see. I'm trying to get there, boosting myself up. Yeah, I love that. Because we have to be our own best friend, don't we, to get through a lot of this. Yes, I am. Okay. Yep. Psychic abilities. Yes. Okay. So that Princess of Cups, it being young, so you may be new at this, or it's exploring. You're all open to like possible, brand new, experiences, brand new worlds, so to speak. So let's see. I get buzzing through my body. I've been able to crochet. I was crocheting for a while. So there you go. So awesome, awesome. And I have ADHD. I think I've developed that too, my dear, over the years. And Arthur is here. Arthur, we see you. Give me just a second. Good to see you. Everyone's saying you're welcome, my dear. You're welcome. Let's see. We have Night. Oh, I was like, who's Nightbot? I forget you use Nightbot. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just looking, going, Nightbot. How did I get Nightbot in here?
That's my stuff.
Okay, so I see Arthur. Let me back up a little bit. So Arthur wants to know how to be more happy. So Arthur, before I even pull cards, my dear,
are you still here?
Are you still here? I'm pretty sure. I think this was close to the in the chat. How to be more happy. What makes you happy, my dear? What would make you happy? What is your life's bliss? I'm not even going to pull cards, and it's like I'm feeling like if this is a true, authentic question, it feels like you've been through some stuff that makes you question. I know a lot of people, and you are not alone. There are a lot of us right now in this world who are striving to find what makes us happy with everything that we see going on in the world, in social media, people, not being so kind to a lot of people because they're different or they have a different viewpoint. And I know that sometimes it can do with health. And I'm not a doctor, and so this is always for entertainment purposes only. But with everything going on, I know again in the world that affects us, our mental health, it affects our spiritual health, it affects us on our physical, our emotional. So how to be more happy? It's work, but it's trying to, how do I say this? And I don't want to say finding, and I don't want to use the phrase finding purpose, but it's like maybe Arthur writing down in a journal. I'm writing here, what would make me happy? What makes me happy? So let's turn it from a negative a little bit into a little bit more of a positive. Say, what makes me happy? Because when we write down what will make me happy, it's putting the energy out there and reinforcing that you're not. And so let's write down a list of things that we are grateful for. What makes us happy? Can it be going out into nature? Could it be reading a favorite type of book? Can it be, doing a piece of art? Can it be, cooking? So whatever it is that makes you happy, no matter how small or how low you think it is, just making a list and keep writing And then I'll see if you can feel that energy, bring that energy into you, and then start looking at and going, wow, I have a lot of different things that do make me happy. What can I choose to help me get through what I'm going right now? But yeah, that is a really good question, regardless. So I think that's something that we all have to look at. Trying to find what makes us happy, especially in a world right now where they're telling us anything that's self care. If we're taking care of ourselves or having to put ourselves first is selfish, and it's not. And if Miss Tarot D was here, she would say, "My sanity is not vanity," or self care is not vanity. It's sanity. So making sure that we are taking good care of ourselves, making sure that we're telling ourselves good things about ourselves, that we are eating. I know it's even hard, with the cost of food, but trying to watch what we eat, trying to watch what we watch, not so much maybe doom scrolling or news. Find something that's, a little bit more lightening. Cat videos. I mean, my God, dog videos. There are so many things that we can use that to help us laugh. So yeah, just writing down the little things, even if they're so small, you think they're insignificant, just start writing down and just let it flow. And if you can't get that far, you only have maybe one or two, then start from there, you know. So all righty. I hoped that helped, David, if you are still here. Was there anything that you wanted to add, seeing that this was a really good question for the collective as well?
I don't think they're here, but I ditto everything you just said.
Okay. And look at this. I started shuffling. The sun came out. Again, embracing what makes you happy, celebrating your successes, celebrating the abundance, however you think is small, and making a list of that and letting that be your guide. So I just absolutely love the sun card. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, all righty. And I know we've had some people coming in. So love, love, love that. So let me back it up a little bit. Let me sending you much love, Arthur, if you're still here. And okay, and Logan is still here. Hello, Logan. Did Logan have a question? Julie, I don't think I've seen
I
a
didn't
question.
see a question. He doesn't normally, he just comes in to say, hi, I love you.
Aw. So I'm going to star you, Melissa. And before chat jumps too far, I saw that, Jules Viper is here. I'm just going to go ahead and start that really quick. We'll take a look at that. Bye,
Nice.
Tom. Thank you, my dear. And I love spring. I find is like a fresh start. Planting a seed in a pot and watching it grow helps. Yes. And Melissa, okay, thank you. All right, so she is still here. Oh, Sybil. Did Sybil ask for a question? Tina. Where did Tina go? Okay, hold on. Oh, my StreamYard has just been ridiculous. Did I miss Tina? There's Melissa. Okay, I do not see.
Okay.
Did I miss Tina? I don't think I see Tina asking a question, my dear. Yeah, it's only going to let me go up so far, too. So if Sybil, who's Tina, if you did ask a question, hon, if you could put it back into chat, and we'll be able to get that to you. So Melissa, hi from Melissa in New Zealand. Oh, God, Middle Earth. I dream to go to New Zealand one of these days. Can I please have a question? Will Andrew and I be forever friends? So, Melissa, I will leave this up to Julie, but on my channel, I don't do something that's called a third-party question, my dear. And that means is that I don't have permission from the person, Andrew, to tap into his energy. It's kind of like invasion of privacy. For me, I know there's a lot of other readers who may do that. For me, in my kind of set of ethics, I don't quite feel comfortable doing that. However, Melissa, I can pull cards around your energy and how you feel and see things with the friendship, but I just don't have permission from Andrew to tap into his. So if that's okay with you, let me know. And let me go back down here. Okay, I understand that 100%. There's Sybil. Gotcha, girl. Oh, no, that's not Sybil. This is how fast chat jumps. Okay, there we go. All righty. So she's cool with that. And I see Jules, so let me put star that, but we are going to go with Melissa. All righty, I'm going to mute myself.
What are we doing? What's going on? How is he going to answer this question on your channel?
Well, I'm just going to pull energy around Melissa. I just explained to her the whole third party thing, and she said that was okay. So I'm going to pull on her energy. It's up to you if you want to read or not.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'm going to use these other cards, though. Why am I not seeing these people? I don't know if this makes sense.
So while Julie's getting her message, I'm just going to start Melissa. I'm just going to take the question down so you can see my cards. So looking at this from my Beltane, I actually got the maypole, which is May Day. Today's May Day. And the dancing of the maypole is a fertility rite. So this is interesting. So here the little poem that's on the card is, I am fertile in what I seed. It doesn't necessarily mean fertile as in, seeds for having a child. When it comes to being fertile and seeding, this can also be for ideas and new projects. But says here, I am fertile in what I seed, for there is reason to dance and drink upon the riches I receive. And so this is the energy. So how I'm going to put this, it feels like this is your energy. So what I'm feeling from your energy is that it feels like this relationship means more to you maybe than friends. It says you're fertile and you want to see, and I don't necessarily mean that, but this is the season. This is what the card can represent. But there's possibly even an idea that is growing within you, maybe a feeling, an idea, an emotion that is growing within you when it comes to this relationship. And I'm looking at your tarot cards, and your middle one is Three of Cups. So we have more celebration. And I love it that it's just her balancing all these cups. So that Three of Cups is that people celebrating you, but I love it because she is actually celebrating by herself. So for me, it feels like in this card, she is celebrating herself. She is celebrating her emotions, her creativity, her intuition. It's a beautiful celebration of emotions. I just love that it's just like she's celebrating everything that is her. And with the Maypole card, it also feels like the Empress energy for you as well, where you're very that connection of being sensual and being fertile with ideas as well, tapping into that creativity. Um, so for me, this is feeling a lot of a celebration around you, embracing everything of yourself. Now, your top card, your energy, is the Temperance card. And the Temperance is about balance, moderation, patience. So this is kind of like where you're one foot on the ground, being grounded, and one foot in the emotions. So this is where we kind of have to find moderation in how we're feeling, being grounded, because sometimes our emotions get so much that we kind of need to put our foot down on the ground and get ourselves grounded again. Like too much caffeine, and you're like, oh, but we know with our emotions, sometimes we get carried away, or not just carried away, but there's just so much that we're feeling and it's coming out of us that we need to be able to ground that. And with Temperance is about moderation. So your emotions, things that need to be moderated, in moderation, and also patience. Now, with your underlying energy is the Page of Wands. Okay. And this is telling me the Page of Wands are, they're very enthusiastic, they're very creative, they're very motivated. Um, they love inspiration. They love to be inspired. You're feeling inspired. Um, but also they could be known as being mischievous, very bold. So right now with this relationship, focusing on your energy, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of excitement, maybe wanting things to move a little bit further. But right now, kind of tempering this just a little bit or moderating it, a little bit of moderation. So I hope that helps with your question. And so I'm going to give it over to Julie and see.
For Melissa, right?
Yes, let me put her name back on here.
So I got the perfect timing card for you. And by the way, those are beautiful cards you have there. I love those cards you have.
Yep.
This is the right time for you to move forward, Melissa. It's the right time to move forward. And I was feeling like you need to take and invest in you right now. And this is the practice, practice, practice card. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. And I feel like this is like making an investment in yourself right now, and doing things that bring you, that confidence, whether it's learning something new like an instrument, or doing artwork, or taking classes to build job skills. Because then you got this card, it's a business mentor card, but I believe this is more about career opportunities, so that you have these work together, so you have that more opportunities coming to you by building your skills, and creating a foundation to bring in that, to sustain that relationship, or a relationship in the future. And part of that is by building yourself and taking care of yourself. I don't know what else to say. Sorry, I'm a loss for words. It's kind of like off in La La Land today. Focus.
All right, so let me jump back to the live, and let's see. All righty. So originally, I thought this was Julie's question, but she would like to know, Julie, who sells that tapestry? In the past 10 minutes, I've seen 10 dudes with the same one, and I even owned it 4 years ago. She would like to know where you got that tapestry. And then she also added a question for us to read on her for.
See, I got that, I believe, at a street fair in California. So where the dude is now, I have no idea.
So Melissa said, I lost my friend Travis suddenly last year. Our condolences, sweetheart. I am so sorry. It made me see things differently and how much self love I need to work. I'm working on doing that now. Okay.
Oh wow. I've read
Yeah.
her before. Yeah.
Celebrating yourself, celebrating your emotions. The cups, usually the Three of Cups is all about, they showed two other women, supporting each other, celebrating with each other. But with this deck, I love that she was balancing all those cups with herself. So it's like she's celebrating and balancing all of those emotions that are within her. That's beautiful. And with the cups, and also with that Page of Wands, that creativity going together, maybe channeling this loss, channeling that energy into creating something maybe beautiful in his memory, or to show how far you have come and where you're going in life. So that's just something that jumped in my mind. I'm just seeing like a big, huge canvas or a piece of paper or something tacked to a wall, and just creating, drawing, doing something, and you're working through all that. And that's something that you're going to be able to step back and look at and say, and you can feel everything. You can say, wow, I created that. That represents my soul. It speaks to of your soul. So, and for people who don't know who I am, I'm an artist. So a lot of times I will gravitate towards, something creative like that, but it can be quilting, tapestry making, crocheting, whatever it is that we find that's creative, that helps us express, our emotions, because grief and sadness and loss is very different for all of us. We go through the stages differently. So condolences on the loss of your friend, my dear. All righty. Thank you for letting us read for you, hon. You're always welcome here. So let me see. And Sybil is next. Sybil would just like a general reading. So I'm going to mute. I keep saying Sybil, but it's Tina. Tina, are you here? I'm pretty sure you are. Usually you just like to sit quietly and chat until your readings pop up.
There she is. Tina. So many trolls today. So many trolls.
Let's see, the mobile versions being out, the trolls big time, bring them out. Okay, yeah. There's always going to be one. Did you want to go first, my dear?
Sure. Tina, I got feel like there was a relationship that you maybe just had that kind of ended. Letting go, learn to let go. This is, you're still kind of like letting go of this. It's pretty fresh, I feel. Um, and then you got the originality card, blaze your own trail. Blaze your own trail. I feel like this person wasn't good for you. Um, yes, I am, Iron. Illusion, embrace the truth. So I feel like there's some self-denial about what's been going on here. Um, and I think it's time to just sit and get in touch with your feelings and, um, what has transpired is for your highest and best. And you know it deep down. And they're asking you to invite in the magic, invite in serendipity, because there's new opportunities coming forward for you. And then you got things are a little bit scary on your own. I kind of feel like you feel that way. And so you got the competition card, but this is about self-confidence. I always, like, anybody who's been to my channel, they've gotten this card before. And they know how I read this card. This card is about just building your self-confidence, your self-esteem, being the tiger, and going out there and getting it. Okay, so thank you very much for allowing me to read for you. Back to Heather.
All righty, let me drop back down here. Okay, so Tina, I'm going to take your name down so you can see the cards. So she says, yes, true, thank you. So Tina, I was drawn to pull from my Glyph Tarot as well. So, I mean, oracles. So you got 2 oracles and then 2 tarot cards to go with this. I'm just going to go start with your significator for your reading here. And you got the Princess of Swords, okay? It feels like, well, you'll see. So I'm going to actually here, let me start with this card here to go along with this. I got the Ouroboros, okay, and it represents cycles, and it's basically this, the snake that continues to eat its tail. It's a continuing of cycles, going one into the other, into the other. So right now it feels like into now with this full moon. This is feeling, of course, more like a new moon to me. So maybe from this full moon going down to the new moon, maybe starting to do whatever type of spiritual practices you do, where you learn to let go and banish things that are no longer serving you in your life. Those activities where you can write something down that you want to release. And you can burn it in a fire safe container and bury the ashes, or maybe sitting and journaling, writing things down, to get things out. But I'm seeing here with the Princess of Swords, the Princess of Swords it can be very bright, and very curious. With the bright here, it felt like something wasn't resonate, something didn't feel right to you. And it started feeling like it was reminding you of cycles that you had experienced before, or it started noticing that, wait a minute, I'm going through the same cycle here. I don't know if this was with a particular individual or not, but dealing with cycles that are going on in your life that are out here. Let me just grab the other oracle card. And it's overcoming fear. So right now, I'm giving you mad props because these cycles feel like that they were not very good. I know it's that, yeah, negative, heavy. Um, Something that you really had to do to overcome your fear, to move out of those, to break those cycles. Now with the Princess of Swords or Page of Swords, being very curious and bright, also what's associated with her is nervousness and vigilance. So right now it's feeling like you're standing, you've got your sword, you're standing in your truth, you are bright, you saw things coming, and right now it's you're having this feeling of being vigilant. um, this fear, whatever it is, these cycles, um, yeah, I mean, I just keep hearing, constant vigilance. But your underlying energy, or the card to go with this one here, is the Chariot. So this is telling me, Tina, that whatever this is, you are taking control, you are taking charge, and you are moving forward. You're being able to balance the fear with the positive. Yeah, you're able to balance that fear, which can be like that wild, maybe that feels like that wild, scary part of ourselves, like that fight or flight sense, with more of a, okay, calm. I'm in control of the reins. I'm going to be balanced, and now I'm going to be able to direct myself, take control, and move forward. So that's what I have for you, Tina. I hope that resonates. But yeah, breaking cycles, overcoming the fear of sometimes having to break those cycles, knowing that things that we have to leave behind that we may have really clung to. Um, but whatever they are, you've been very vigilant in standing in your truth with that, and being able to move forward from this point on with whatever it is that you're experiencing currently. So that's what I have for you, my dear. All righty. Thank you for letting us read for you. She said yes. Okay. And yes, it does. You're welcome, my dear. Let me see. Let me just back up a little bit. Did I miss anything? No. Whoops. Okay, so I think that was our last request for reading. I always love reading for new people. I love reading for my other peeps as well, but it's nice when we see new faces coming in, kind of welcome them to the tribe. And Jack said, I think this is excuse me, I'm drinking soda, so excuse me, 1 year. Last year was the end of a cycle astrology. Yep. So we're all having it. It's all time for a reset. So, but yeah, sometimes overcoming our fears and breaking cycles, I'm seeing that where I'm at and trying to help people through that. And so it takes a lot of courage. So for Tina, for all of us, we've got this. We can do it. We're strong. And so yes, it's exciting. Um, Fresh. That was my favorite sayings in the 80s, especially after the Cool in the Gang released the song. She's fresh. She's so fresh. So, yes, we are all fresh here. Let me tell you. And Venus says, thank you again, Julie and Heather. You are so welcome. And Venus, give Roxy a little scratch on the head for me. I love my fur babies, and especially when they're little kitties. So, let's give her a little. I do the same thing when I see Selena, and I tell her, "Oh, give Darla a little scritch on the head for me," or Allison with her little scout. Give him a little scritch on the head for me. I don't know if you can tell I'm an animal person. So, how many years will this cycle last? Well, maybe that's up to us in many ways. We all have to take control of those reins and, do what we got to do, Awesome. So that was our last request for a reading. No, actually, no, there isn't. Jules, Viper, are you still here, my dear? Jules. You will be our last, my dear, if you're still here. Good question. I have the memory of a goldfish. Yeah. With my meds that I've been on, yes, I have too. So while we're waiting to see if Viper is still here, did you want to share what's coming up on your channel? You said you have a reading show tomorrow night for readings.
Yeah, I'm doing readings tomorrow as usual. Maybe mediumship. We'll see where it goes.
Okay. All righty. I refuse to participate. Well, then we get stuck. One day at a time, girl. That's all we can ask. That's all we can ask for ourselves.
Well, I
One
wanted
day
to
at a
ask you, what do you thought of Stanley Simmons?
time.
You don't
They
have to
were
like him.
okay. I mean,
They're
Shannon
okay.
was more interested. I just I think there was one song we heard that was kind of folksy where they tied the guys up to the pole and they lit them on fire. I was like, hey, role reversal. But I don't know. I think Shan's got an ear for them. So he's going to be looking on my iTunes, I think, over the weekend and starting to.
Well, they did a bunch of shorts, so I don't know if you saw the shorts.
We just all watched a couple of long videos and regular music videos. So, but I'm telling you, Gene Simmons' kid, he's cute, but his dad gives me the willies. So sometimes when I look at him, I'm like, but yeah, he's a good looking guy. He really is. So I guess Jules left. Next time she pops in, because she had, a question about homelessness, and we're dealing with helping a lot of people here in that situation where I'm at. Trying to weed the vital ones out and be able to help the ones that are really trying to get the services. It's been a little hairy this week here, but yeah. So we'll have to catch her the next time. So yeah, there will is an announcement though I will make. There will not be a Sacred Feminine this Monday. I'm actually going to a trauma informed symposium being held at State Oregon, the state or SOU, State of Oregon University, with my friend Crystal, on and helping trauma informed people, and that's going to be at pretty much close in the time for my Sacred Feminine. So there won't be a show on Monday. I might do a pop up, earlier, maybe later in the day, but as of right now, no Sacred Feminine, and that's really all. I don't have anything else planned, except whenever I get the energy or the inclination to pop on and say, hey, what's up? Let's pull some cards. So, no, we don't. We don't waste time worrying about scary cycles. Yeah. Like I said, sometimes we just got to start where we're at and help what we can do in our communities where we're currently, living. Um, Help make a difference here in our own communities. So, with that, thank you, Julie, for hanging out with me.
Thank you, Heather. It was a good time.
It was. And you brought some wonderful new people for me to meet. Thank you.
And like a bunch of trolls. I'm sorry about
I saw one, and then I was going to remove, the Jesus Christ comment, but I was like, no, that's on Julie's channel, and but at least he didn't push it,
I think I've seen him before, so that's why I didn't do anything.
I was going to be like, push it real. That I don't think that's what he meant, but anyway, Heather couldn't resist again. So thank you everybody for joining us. We hope you have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you may be in the world. And we will see you in the next live or chat. And also have a great weekend. So bye, everybody.
Bye.